Matt McNeil, along with my brother from another mother, Mr. Big, Chris Schlemmer.
Oh, Mr. Big, okay.
Mr. Big.
I like to think that I'm short for my weight, but, hey, we'll go with Mr. Big. That's cool.
I like Mr. Big. It's a good fit for you.
Yeah, that was that's old school rock and roll right there.
It is. It is. Good band.
Back when I was a kid.
Yes, sir. Anyways, we are here live at the Orleans Casino, Spa, Bowling Palace, and beautiful property. The staff here has been great all week. And we're about to bring you the 2022 TAT Summer Finals. And, Schlem, we got a lot of big money in this one game here. Do we not?
There is plenty of money, and we've been talking about it the last couple days. As you will see when we get up here, we'll have a Happy Gilmore size check. That is going to and like we've been talking, there's progressives. And from what it looks like, we've got our 5 finalists. We got some bios in front of us, so we'll be able to talk about it while the bowlers are bowling. Looks like, what was it, 3? 3 of them are in the progressive.
Possibly 4. We're waiting on confirmation.
We'll get the final confirmation on possibly Bill being in there as well. But so we at least have 3. And so what that means is if one of those 3 happens to win, that means the automatic qualifier, so they get the $5,000 kicker. So that means the big check will be for $25,000 if one of those guys that are in the progressive wins. And then that will parlay us into the progressive pot. And we've talked about it before. It would be 3 strikes across 3 lanes. If they go the chance for the first one, that will be for 20% of the pot. And then if they decide to go forward, they can throw the second strike. If they get the second strike, it's 40% of this pot. And then it gets all the way, if they throw the third strike, it's 80% of the pot. That pot is currently at $60,000 on top of the $25,000 qualifier. So lots of cash monies to be won here at the TAT.
Yep, a lot of big money at stake, and we hear the sultry tones of Ed Dufek, so let's go down to the lanes as he will introduce our 5 finalists. Tyrone Stevens, hailing from Atlanta, Georgia. He is the senior division winner. And this is his first TAT, Schlem, so okay. I would say pretty good for a first time. And he's going to start us off here on lane 39.
And it looks to be pretty good off his hands. And gets a strike.
Going second, winner of our middle division out of Flagstaff, Arizona, Ed Smagler.
And you can hear by the crowd in the background, we've got we surrounded ourselves with the banners and stuff, but off to my right here is probably 50 people, and looking down that way into the bleachers, probably another 7,500 people. So a couple hundred people here. Smagler here looks to be off and running, and wow, getting it out of the way early. The interesting thing so far, and I want to make comments that we're seeing. Both Tyrone and Ed both played that little bit of a loft through the front, so it gives them, even on the fresh, it gives them that little bit of hold and that type of deal. So reaction-wise, it's something different. So,
and Schlem, I'm going to step out real quick. We're going to get tournament director Jamie McWilliams in here.
All right. And we're going to get it. Ed converts the 10 off the 710, and we're going to get, you can hear the loud crowd for Ryan. Jamie McWilliams, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Slim.
This is hot off the presses, folks. We're going to watch Ryan toss his first shot here, but Jamie's got some wet ink paper right here in front of him, so we're excited to talk about that as Ryan gets us going here. Two-handed lefty. He's asking for it to push. Oh, all right. Picked up a little bit, and again, we just ran these lanes were just run before, after we got done the last round. This is fresh oil, so Ryan being the only, I believe he's the only lefty in the top 5 here.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, yep.
Yeah, I mean,
he is.
We've had some lefties have some success out here this week, but he's the only one that made the top 5. So, with our pattern, it kind of plays pretty good on both sides. We have a pretty good ratio of lefties to righties out here. Oh,
you converted?
Yeah, how's your week out here, Slim?
Oh, it's been fantastic, man. It's been, being a part of this event is Andrew stepping in from Hiram, Georgia, which is actually just outside of Atlanta. So actually, him and Tyrone know each other from Mac.
Oh, really?
In that area.
Small world in the bowling community, huh?
We got 2 from Atlanta. We got 2 from here in Vegas, and we got Smaglick from Arizona. So
Yeah. We got a bunch of good bowlers here.
we'll see what Andrew's got here in the first frame as he steps up. Looks to be pretty good.
Yep.
And he likes it.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot better. He's been bowling the TATs for a while, so I've got to see him kind of grow over the years. And his experience out here has been pretty nice because every time I see him, he comes back and bowls better and better.
Funny is this is his first full year as an adult.
Yeah.
So he's. I met him a couple years ago when I was traveling down that way with our sales rep Ralph through that territory. So I've met him a couple years ago in that environment, and now we've got our senior Bill stepping up here.
He's been throwing it pretty
Looks to
good
be
today.
Pretty good off his hands. Yeah, okay.
He's been bowling pretty good today. And he's a veteran from Las Vegas. Always bowls the TAT, always bowls the military tournaments. So.
I think we refer to that as a KG veteran, I believe is how we refer to those. So
yeah, busy week out here though, huh?
it has been fantastic.
Crazy.
Busy. Between all the festivities and stuff, TAT Bowl Expo, Industry Showcase. So we had that on Tuesday, and then we had Wednesday, Thursday Bowl Expo. All while mixing in with our TAT event here the entire week with the different events inside of the TAT.
Yeah,
we've been talking all the different ways of making money.
Yeah.
It looks to be good.
Yeah, we had a busy week though, man. I came out this morning and I tried to get out of the office and I couldn't even get outside the office and down the concourse. It was nuts.
Jam-packed, busy, and it was a great thing to see. And now we're going to roll in a second, but. Anyway, folks, like we mentioned, they were hot off the presses. We got some hot ink in front of us. Jamie,
I got some numbers from
what do you
the
got? Let's give us some numbers here, bro. What do you got? TAT Progressive Pot. Looks to be
the Progressive Pots. Yeah, well, I mean, it's always bigger. It's always bigger. But I think we're going to give out some money to Progressive Pot today because 4 out of 5 of these guys are in it.
Okay. So that's why we were curious. We weren't 100% sure on Bill, so
yeah,
Bill
no,
isn't.
He's good. We got 4 out of 5 of them in,
5?
so I think I'm finally going to give out some Progressive money. I've given a little bit over the years, but so if they pay the $10, which 4 of these guys did, they get a $5,000 bonus if they win.
Okay.
Just right up on top. $10 turns into $5,000.
Okay. And Smaglick looks to be pretty good off his
Yep,
hand.
another long-time TAT bowler from Arizona,
Yep.
Mr. Smaglick.
Yes,
Super nice guy. So, yeah, the Progressive Pot, $62,000. They'll win the $5,000 bonus, and then they'll get, a shot at some more money. So, if one strike will get them $11,400. 2 strikes will get them $22,800. And 3 strikes will get them $45,600.
And so that's definitely, like we mentioned, folks, it's the fact of it's $20,000 on top. Oh, with the trip 6.
Yeah, and if they get the Progressive, they're going to get the 25 plus the shot at the other
so
the other money.
Basically, what we're saying is the 20,000 is automatically for one of these 4 that are in it win. That's automatically $25,000 payday on top with the chance of this other big Progressive pot.
So pretty good chance of giving out some Progressive money this week, which I'm excited because it's been building up for a while.
It
has. Not too many people have taken a lot of money out of it, so I'm excited.
I'm glad you brought that up. So when exactly did you start that Progressive?
When I took it over in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, and I put a little bit in to start it, and it's just been growing.
The last 6 years, so it's been a constant building process over the last 6 years.
And a few people have hit it. I've taken some money out of it, but for the most part, it's just been growing a little out, a little wide.
Yeah, and watching the tail end of that last match here when with Bill getting through the senior division.
He's actually in the 189, but he's also a senior, but he's like a 180 average bowler.
Tyrone's our senior. Okay.
Yeah, yes, we got a couple seniors here.
But actually, what happened was funny is both guys in that 189 under were actually older. And you could tell them just running out of gas. It was trying to get they both missed a couple spares that last game, and coming back, and they couldn't sit down fast enough. They're like, it's been a
long day.
It's been a long day.
And like I said, there's a lot of people here, so it makes getting around the center a little bit more tricky.
Absolutely.
I mean, we must have had almost 1,000 people in the center this morning.
Easily.
It was
It
crazy.
was great.
And then we had Delmo stop by, and that kind of made the crowd go nuts.
We had
Simo and.
We had a couple of the two-handed guys from Tour popping in. Like you said, Jason Bomani's been out here. We had him at Bowl Expo. And then these guys, Simo lives out here, but Belmo hanging out here with his buddy Vic and some other folks. Until
it was great to see him.
These guys
He's
go
been
to
out
Maine.
here in a while.
Yeah, these guys are going to Maine for the PBA League. But, Tyrone comes up a little bit light there. So we're off and running here into the third frame. And like we said, folks, we do have the handicap in there. We've got Ryan getting 6 pins, and we have Bill getting 13.
Yeah.
Smaglick throws a pretty good shot, runs it out, splits the 8-9, And as you can hear behind us, we got a lot of hooping. It's great.
Yeah, there's some people here watching still in Vegas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
and converts a spare. So Tyrone's we're through 3. He's clean through 3, double 9 spare. So again, like we've seen throughout the day today, there's a lot of bowling left, and anything can happen over the course of, we thought it was crazy, some of the matches that happened in front of our TV pair with missing spares late and, just little things that just you don't expect, but it happens when you start getting pressure.
Yeah, I was talking to
urethane, asking for the hold.
There we go.
Strikes.
I was talking to Simo, and he was watching some of the matches, and he's like, he's like, there's 3 guys this match, and 2 of them just kind of choked right at the end, not right on the ninth and 10th frame, because they're just getting a little nervous. It's nerve-wracking.
I really wouldn't call it choking. I think it's the fact of they've never experienced situations like that. It's situational.
Yeah, it's just nerves.
Because almost a 7-10, trips the 10 late, leaves the 7. So
yeah, it's just nerve. They're not used to bowling for this kind of money and this type of atmosphere here. I mean, most of them have never bowled for anything close to this money, and they know there's a big carrot on top. It's 25,000 plus the aggressive. So they all got that in the back of their head when they're up there in the 9th and 10th trying to get to that final match.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we'll get see if he can convert the 7-pin spare here. Looks to be that's in the gutter. No, right, so we get an open frame on the board.
Yeah,
so.
but as we figured out in the TAT, just because you throw one bad ball, you better not give up, because there's a big difference between 5th and 3rd place.
For sure. And so, obviously, we mentioned Jamie's got some stuff hot for presses. There is another sheet in front of him, so I want him to cover those numbers as well.
Some big numbers this week, man.
Dude,
for a summer tournament, it was crazy.
Impressive.
Yeah, our summer tournaments just keep getting bigger and bigger, and they've grown by.
He's going to ask that to hold.
And split. Yeah, our summer tournaments, they used to be like half the size of February. Now they're almost the same size, and our February tournaments have been huge. So with gas prices and airline prices, I wasn't quite expecting this a couple months ago, but as entries started to pile in, I started calling people and be like, hey, I need more help at the tournament, because we had almost 1,000 people here this week, which is crazy, because, 5 years ago in February, which used to be huge, we had, less than that, a lot less than that, and we were 500 people in 2019, and 750 in 2021, and now we're at almost 1,000 for summer. So
I was just great. Looks like you got the printed number, and he's going to give it a run, slide it over. Just slides it behind the 10.
Yeah, we had almost over 4,000 entries for all events this week. So over the senior event, the scratch event, the challenge, all the VIPs, 4,000 entries. We paid out over $330,000 in cash and prizes this week.
And folks,
so all in 6 days.
This week alone.
Yeah, 6 days of bowling, 1 day of finals. $330,000 in cash and prizes. So
let's step up here, and we've got a lot of fans in the chat. Comes up a little bit high. We'll see if we can run it down.
Yeah, we paid out over $200,000 today, by the way, Slim. $200,000 already today.
And we mentioned that earlier, so that's right.
There is a busy day.
There is zeros and a comma in there, folks. That is $200,000 today.
Yeah.
We've got some bowlers. Hey, great bowling, y'all. Those that are tuning in right now. And Smag looks to be pretty good, and he likes it 10 back. Yeah, so we have a lot of people rooting for people in here, so we've got some good stuff, and we're still waiting for the Jamie McWilliams fan club to fire up here.
I think most of them are here.
There's
most of them showed up to bowl this week, which is great. I love seeing all my friends.
I was going to say, and this is a testament.
Nice pickup.
Keeping it clean and staying in the match.
Yep.
As we've got Smaglick with a open 3-bagger, and we've got Andrew stepping up here. He's got the front 3, and he's got that urethane look. And he told me before, he goes, hey, we're going back to the fresh. I think I'm going back to urethane.
He's got a pretty good look right now.
Kid's got a good look.
Yeah,
he's got the deal. We'll see.
He actually started out in our handicap division.
And Messenger in front of the 10 tickles it, and it stains.
So he started out in our handicap division, so I got to watch him really get better and better and better. Now you see what kind of a bowler he is. I think he's been up to Storm headquarters recently.
He did. He stopped
after the last TAT. I think he went up there.
Correct. Yeah, him and his dad. And I believe they had 1 or 2 other people with him. They stopped on the way through. So the good stuff. And that looks to be pretty good.
There we go. Good recovery there by Ryan.
And exactly what we said.
The Vegas local.
Yeah, anything's possible, and it's a matter of catching some strikes late. Andrew converts a spare there, and so this is actually exactly what you said. So looking at his deal, he made it the 4th round looks like last year in July.
Yeah,
So
he made it pretty
to the
far
finals.
last year.
And yeah, like you said, this is his first full year as an adult. And ball change for Bill, and he goes 10 back. So maybe you find a little something and something a little different there. So we'll see how this transpires for him.
Yeah, great week, man. I mean, I really haven't heard any complaints this week. Everybody's been so happy to be here and happy to be in a big event like this, and it's just been fantastic, man. I can't say enough about the week and getting to see everybody. I mean, I was on the morning bolt last week with Blair and Gary, and I was like, he asked me what my favorite part of the week was, and it's just seeing everybody.
all
It's
of
a
it?
big reunion.
Exactly.
And you know what's really cool with Bowl Expo in town and Nationals is I've heard so many times this week people are
It looks to be
nice.
pretty good. 10
People are
back.
seeing people that they haven't seen in years
There's
because
been
it's
some
just a big
reconnections.
reunion
It's
here.
been
Yeah,
cool, man.
they're seeing
It's been
guys they
very
bowled with
cool.
in college and stuff, and I mean we just brought everybody to town this week, and but having Nationals and Bowl Expo definitely helped out us a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
But
for sure.
yeah, it's just been a great friendly atmosphere all week, man.
We'll see Smaglick step up here. Off his hand, looks pretty good. 10 back.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the Helios he got from the tournament, right?
I gotta guess it probably is
Yeah.
because it looks fairly fresh, and he's thrown a variety of balls getting to this point. But again, I think the key thing to share was, like we mentioned earlier, with him and Tyrone both playing a little bit of a loft to the front because they've bowled here plenty of times and they know the characteristics of this bowling center. So even though we're on fresh oil, they're still trying to get to a certain part of get the ball to land in a certain part of the lane. So. Yeah, it's just kind of some veteran moves right there.
Yeah.
And it looks to be pretty good. 10 back. So throws a double up on the board. Again, this is going to be anybody's ball game, especially with the getting some pins handicap and lots of bowling left.
Yeah, and they're bowling pretty quick for the final match too. Usually people are taking their time and a little nervous, and these guys are just firing right
10.
now. I kind of like it.
Well, you also, I mean, honestly, bro, as we've been chatting and go through some stuff, these guys, there's quite a few strikes on the board.
Oh yeah,
This is the
Moving
scoring
right
pace
along.
seems to be a little bit higher than normal too. And again, it just goes to show that the variety of, and you're seeing all the different styles. I think that's the thing that I like it most. Just a pinch inside. Oh, gets it down to the 10. I've had a couple of people just in the last hour or two talking to me about the pattern and the condition, and they're like, it's like no, it wasn't like all two-handers dominated, and all lefties dominated, or all straighties. It's the variety.
Yeah,
and
that's the way we like it.
We're seeing this on display in front of us. We've got high rev rates, low rev rates.
that's a big reason we're successful. I mean, there's a few our staff, and you get a brand new ball and $100 match play and entries into several tournaments of $300 and chance of 20 grand. But the pattern where everybody knows they got a shot.
The spare. Yep.
Everybody knows that they got an area. No one's shut out here. I don't hear
and
people come out of the TAT and say that, I was in jail. Like, that doesn't
Correct.
happen.
I think that's the big thing, too, in conversing with folks this week of the fact that the pattern is built for this event in this bowling center. And people, then all of a sudden it sparks a new interest. They're like, oh, there's even more I need to learn. And that's a whole learning deal. Just
a lot of learning
looks
going
like
on this week.
Yeah.
A lot of learning. We had our buddy
T-
Jimmy Allen, the country singer, here this week, and he learned a lot. He got a lot better while he was here this week. It was fun to see him, explore the sport pattern and get lined up and start figuring it out. That's always fun to see the bowlers at the end of the week kind of figure it out.
And I know we've mentioned it before, but just kind of looks like Ty just got a little fast there and lost it off his hand. We'll see Smaglick can keep the string going right now as he's got the hand bone looking for a Yahtzee. Here's the windup in the pitch. Looks pretty good. Joe misses it a little bit. Looks like he drifted a little bit to the left, and that changes things right here. So all of a sudden, he went split hole and then 4-bagger, and now looking at a split. It's going to be a tough conversion, but
that could cost him. That's a shame.
That is going to hurt.
Super nice guy,
little.
Tyrone, too. I mean,
and so, yeah, absolutely. And one thing we wanted to talk about, and like you said, we're flowing through. We're already into the 6th frame here, folks. Thanks for tuning in, checking out scores. So let's see. As we're entering the 6th frame, so Tyrone there with the open in the 6th gives him 113. In the 6th on the open, and Smaglick now in the 6th with the open has 124. Ryan stepping up here on the right lane. He's got 48 in the 3rd, double up in the 4th, 5th. Let's see. Andrew stepping up. He's got 98 in the 4th with a spare up in the 5th. So we'll give you once we get through the 6th frame here, we'll give you the total pin. The actual looks to be pretty good. Hoping waving it back.
There you go.
10 back. So throws a turkey on the board. So that gives him 48 in the third with
It's a nice
a
recovery
three-bagger.
after that open.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
On the rebound here, we'll see Andrew's shot. Looks pretty good in the spot he wants. 10 back.
There we go.
He's back on it.
So I was talking to the staff in there, and we're talking, well, if summer's this big, what's February going to be like?
Well, you know,
at South Point. We got February 5th
so,
to 12th of a Super Bowl at South Point, and that's looking like it could be huge.
And, you know, I'm beginning to wonder, I'm like, okay, well, at least at South Point there, you've got the plaza and you have the lanes in the center. We may have to go to 2 centers.
I love it. That's the goal. That
Oh,
is the
10
goal.
back
You know,
for Bill.
I think this February we're finally going to hit the 5,000 entry mark. I've gotten close the last couple Februaries. We've gotten real close. And
the way this is going, brother, I think it's possible.
It's been disappointing. So I'm getting to that 5,000 entry mark in February.
And
we'll
like
see.
I promised you there, folks, so we got Tyrone with 113 and the 6th, stepping up here in the 7th. We got Ryan with 48 in the 3rd with the turkey. We've got Bill with 74 in the 5th, strike up in the 6th, and Tyrone goes to the face there.
Oh, man.
Again, he's kind of, I think, a little shaken after that 7-2. It's Mr. Smaglick sticking up here on the right lane. He's got 124 in the 6th, and Andrew has 118 in the 5th with a strike up. So pretty tight. And again, like I said, we have those are the including the pins in there. So
yeah, still anybody's game right now.
Anybody's ball game. But I wanted to, Jamie, have you run down. So 5th place is what pay scale? We talked about the winners, but what happens if who finishes 5th?
So 5th place gets 5,000.
Okay.
So every division champion is represented here, and every
Yep.
division champion is going to get at least 5,000. So 5th place is 5.
Yep.
4th place is 6. 3rd place is 7. 2nd place is 10,000.
Okay.
And then 1st place is 20 or 25 is what it's looking
Based
like.
on the
'cause
progressive,
yeah,
yeah.
if they paid the $10, they got a $5,000 bonus. So can't get a
All
better
right.
deal than that.
I'm liking it. So Ty converts a spare here, and we'll see if Smags.
And we have a progressive pot started in the Vegas Open too, which is over Labor Day over at South Point too. And
the
there's
progressive pot's different for that event.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
different. It's not at 60 yet. That
Just to
tournament just
clarify on
started. But we do have a progressive pot for the Vegas Open, and that's going to be a great tournament this year. We're going to have pros there. We're going to have amateurs.
That is 7-2, so that's back-to-back opens for Ed. That's going to change the complexity of things.
But yeah, the Vegas Open's our next one over Labor Day, and I'm expecting a pretty good crowd for that one as well with the pros being able to bowl women's division, and we added a junior division this year. So, yeah, we'll be back over at South Point here in just about 2 months. Looking forward to it.
Sounds like a plan. It looks to be Ryan got some fans. It looks to be 10 back. That's a pretty good pitch.
Good recovery there.
Yeah. Points to the sky, and the crowd, like you said, he's a local here, so he's got some fans.
I mean, without that
Fans in the
open,
back.
he's
doing
pretty good.
Right in the
He's
mix.
still right in there, but he'd be
with the
leading
four-bagger,
right
that's
now.
huge. And
Yeah,
that's
he
a
got right back
big
in it.
double.
There we go. For
Andrew pointing, he's like, don't forget about me. I'm right here too, kid. Good stuff, good stuff. These guys are getting excited here as we're coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, right while we're in the booth, I just want to thank Roto Grip and the Storm family this week. You always got to take such good care of me and my bowlers, so couldn't do it without you guys. Slim, Matt,
Absolutely, brother.
Kendall, Blair, everybody.
As we've said before, the Storm family of brands, obviously this week is Roto Grip, but, it's Roto Grip, Storm, Niner Global Master, 3G Shoes. We're all, it's an honor for us to be working this partnership and continue to grow this sport.
Yeah,
bowling.
I feel the same way, man.
Because
Same way.
That's what it's all about, folks. We're in this. It's nothing to do, but it's growing the sport of bowling. We're trying to help keep things going forward. And like I said, Jamie, you've done a hell of a job growing the summer event. And obviously, like you mentioned, your winter event and now throwing in the August event. And I even talked about it earlier today with you wanting to get the team type team event and a senior event and a kids event. There's a lot more things coming from Jamie here in the pipeline with you living and him living in Vegas now. So we're going to see a lot of good stuff. Bill converts the spare there. So he's not out of it yet, but he's hanging around. And it's going to be interesting to see how these 8th, 9th, and 10th frames play out.
Oh, yeah. The end of the TAT finals is usually pretty interesting, so we'll see how she finishes. Still anybody's game. There's Tyrone in the right lane.
And it's a 10 pin. So
that was a better one, though, for him.
Yeah, a little bit better off his
bit
hand, a
better.
little bit better direction. So we shall see how it plays out here. But again, Jamie, thanks for all you guys do, and it's fantastic to see
my pleasure, man.
all
My
these
pleasure.
people. And like you said, it's kind of a melting pot of reunion.
Yeah,
People
it's
from
been fun
all
this
skill
week.
sets, from all across the country and different parts of the world, all coming here to the Orleans and Las Vegas to bowl and to compete. It's fantastic. Tickles it.
Oh, that looks pretty good, too.
2-pin stand. So, yeah, it's, again, you never say never because anything's possible. We saw a match earlier today where we thought the I believe it was paired off to our right. I think we and Belay were in here earlier, and we were like, oh, the A bowler's got a lock on the spot. And all of a sudden, he went open, strike, open to finish the game.
Oh, geez.
And then it came down to the D bowler could have caught a double, who had multiple opens, caught a double to catch a six-bagger to come back to pass him. And it was
you never know out here, man. You
just
never know
like,
what's
wait
going to happen.
Opened, and then he struck, and then, he opened again. Like,
yeah, we get some funny things.
So,
I mean, even, gosh, what was it, a year ago over at South Point? I mean, we thought the one guy from Indiana, Kehoe, had it locked in, and then he opened in the 9th and the 10th and just, just gave it away.
Changed completely.
Yeah, and lost $10,000 in 2 frames.
It can happen. And here's the windup in the pitch. Looks pretty good. 10
there
back.
we go.
And
He's
that,
back,
folks, is a Yahtzee. So it's going to be.
There we go.
We're in a battle here between
Getting interesting,
Ryan
Slim.
and Andrew. We'll see how this plays out. With the 10 pin. So, Jamie, here's a question for you while we have you in the booth. For someone watching, how is the handicap calculated for a bowler that doesn't have a USBC book average?
We have to
bowls
have
in 2 summer leagues and wants to know.
Summer leagues are fine. I mean, we just need a league average, basically.
Okay.
You need some kind of an average to put you at. We have 2 handicap divisions, so you'll see them here. Bill's in the 189 and under, and Ryan's in the 190 to 215 grouping.
Okay.
And then if you're over a 215 average, you bowl in one of our 3 age divisions. So
Right.
there's something for everybody out here at the TAT, And like I said, my dad started this trying to focus on average league bowlers, giving them a chance at some big money, and just watching it grow over the years and giving these guys a chance at even more money has been real exciting.
Very, very cool. So hopefully that answers the question there for you. Looks like
if anyone's got any questions, they can go on the website and contact me. Everything goes to my cell phone. I try to do everything for the TAT. So you can contact me, email me, and I'll answer any questions you have. You can find our flyers, upcoming events at tatbowl.com.
All right, there you have it. There you are. And Bill converts the spare. So again, he's kind of, he's looking to be floating in that 5th spot. But again, anything's possible as we step into the foundation frame. Tyrone stepping up here in the left lane and off his hand, likes it. Yeah, shakes him up, gets a strike. So
Hello, love.
Posts the strike there in a ever popular foundation frame. And again, this is now we're going to see who's got the squeeze and who doesn't have the squeeze. Watch Smaglick step up here on the right lane again. Ran into trouble there in the 6th and 7th. Spare up in the 8th. So currently we've got Tyrone with 152 in the 8th. Strike up in the 9th. Ryan's and Smags off his hand. Crosses over. Leaves the 5-pin. So Smags has let's see, he's got 142, I believe.
Yeah, and he had a good look at the start of this match.
In the 8th with 9.
Now this is the interesting ball right here. Let's see.
If he catches this one right here, this could separate him from the pack. Looks through the face. Almost tickles it.
Got away with it. He'll be all right. Just needs to pick up that spare.
Only the 4-pin, but yeah, it was looking. Could have been a lot worse with a nosedive and some other stuff, but tickles it down for 9. So
yeah, Slim, I just want to thank you guys again for everything
Absolutely.
this week. I'm gonna let Matt step into the
All
Booth.
right.
I got a few more things. I got a big check out there that I gotta prepare and a big trophy that I gotta get out.
You can kind of see it out
But
there.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out this week. Like I said,
37-38,
it was a great week. Anybody that came out, anybody that supported the TAT, I appreciate you.
Absolutely,
so
brother.
we're just
Thank
gonna
you.
keep growing and keep doing things big. I'm gonna let
And is that going to come back?
barely
tickles it.
I'm gonna let the future Hall of Famer here, Matt McNeil,
Absolutely.
step in. I kind of finished this thing out, but thank you for everybody for supporting us. We appreciate it. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Appreciate it. Thanks,
All right,
Sam.
brother. Sounds good. Thank you. And with that, Jimmy Williams, the tournament director, he's got some paperwork to do as we get ready to crown a champion. And like we said, we're going to be talking about a progressive pot most likely here with 4 out of the 5. And that is high flush, trips it. And he is back in the ball game, and we now have a tight match there.
Oh, absolutely, Schlem. That was a huge strike because that keeps him in control of his own destiny, even
Absolutely.
with the handicap of Mr. Warshevsky. The best he can shoot is 243. Mr. Halverson, 247.
10 back. So Bill's, again, we talked about Bill's kind of in that fifth spot, and so like Jamie said, so it goes 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, and like we said, we've got 4 qualifying, so a lot. Odds are it's going to be 25,000 on top, just a bit outside.
Oh.
Leaves the 1, 2, 8.
Well, now that could be a $1,000 difference because if he would have struck there, he could have stayed ahead of Ed Smaglick. So now Ed Smaglick here in the 10th, if he can go, really, if he can get a double, that gets him into third place for $7,000.
Absolutely.
Hey, $1,000 is still $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be interesting to see how this unravels here in the 10th frame.
That's pretty close.
Looks all right. 10 back. He liked that one a lot better than the last couple.
Yeah, he just
he caught that 4-bagger and he kind of, I don't know, he kind of missed one a little bit, and then it kind of, I think, got in his head, and then he started trying to adjust and move. Oh,
made it.
Sneaks it down. A little sneaky. So he's. This is we're looking at possibility. We have the possibility of a tie.
we do have a very good possibility of a tie, actually. If Ed just fills the frame, that's 192. If Tyrone strikes, it's 192. So possibility of a tie for third place.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks pretty good. Splits the 8-9, and that right there secures at least the third spot.
Just about. Now, if
Okay.
Bill strikes out, that's 192 plus his 13 pins of handicap. That gets him to 205.
Well, we got the 13's in there. Or is it not? Oh, it's not calculated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
You were correct. My apologies earlier, folks.
So Bill, with all 3 strikes in the 10th, actually could jump into third place. So it is not over yet.
We don't know what's going to happen here in the 10th with you guys. We're not that we're crowning a champion yet, but we're going to see how this unravels.
Yes. Ed.
Snags.
Oh, Ed. Okay.
Wow.
Stayed
okay.
on the lane.
7 count. So he's posting 199. So, like you said, we'll have to see how Bill responds when he gets his opportunity. But I think here's
This
what we
is
got.
it. Yes.
This is between 1 and 2, and more or less indifferent. We'll see how it goes. Looks pretty good. Wow.
Oh, my goodness
Messenger
gracious.
in front of the 8, and you heard the roar from the crowd. That was kind of my man's patting himself on the back. You can't, I mean,
yeah, you
I
threw
don't
a good
know.
shot.
You
I
can't throw
tell you
much.
what.
As you've been in those situations way more than I have. And again, we're talking about a future Hall of Famer and Matt McNeil. Bro, that was a pretty good shot from the left side.
Oh, I tell you, that shouldn't happen when you throw it that good for this much money. That just shouldn't happen.
Andrew's got. Does it feel pretty good? 10 back. All right.
Now, so that strike right there puts him into the 230 bracket. Now, he really just needs to stay in the building. The best that Warshevsky can do is 226.
And he converts.
Plus his 6 pins, that gets him to 232.
232. Okay.
So Andrew just needs to dot an I and cross a T here. This is a lot of money, Andrew. Don't throw it in the moat. Just make sure it hits the one in front of you.
He's throwing his hands up, hooping the crowd. We'll see what he's got.
Hit the one in front of you,
That's
Andrew.
pretty good.
That's enough. That's a winner.
Back. So Andrew Halverson, who his TAT experience was the 4th round last July, now captures his first TAT title. And the bonus, folks, he qualifies. He's in the progressive pot, so he collects the 20 plus 5, so he's 25,000. And we're going to go for he's going to have a chance at 60. The pot's at 62,000. So the first strike, assuming he's going to go for it, the first strike could potentially earn him an extra 11 plus thousand.
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll get that unraveling here once we do some scorekeeping stuff coming up. And he catches the last strike there. Heck of a performance for the kid. He had a lot of confidence coming in, too.
Oh, he did. I tell you what, Schlem, $247 for $20,000 with the progressives. That's a heck of a game by that young
and like
man.
you said, Ryan posts 225 with the 6 pins, gets to 231, so he will claim that second slot. And Bill, 8 count there, so he's going to.
He'll be 5th.
Yep.
172
Smags-
plus 13.
So Smaglic's going to slide into the third spot. Tyrone's going to finish fourth.
Yep.
Right? And then Bill's going to claim that fifth spot for $5,000.
Yep.
So, and you can hear the buzz behind us.
Because
Again, anyway, so Andrew, I met the kid a couple of years ago. I went through that territory with Ralph, and he was younger and he had a lot of questions. He's like, two-handed, and got talking about stuff and introduced him to 2LS and all those other things. But anyway, he was like, I was hooking it down there. He's like, I had an idol. It was good. He goes, man, I'm back on fresh. That means I get to throw my urethane ball. And he was pumped. So we will watch Bill as he finishes up here. Again, he's in the 189 and under, and he threw. It was a great roll there for Bill. Like I thought I forgot he was not in the senior because Tyrone came out of the senior, but Bill there was him and the guys were not a gas down here in the 189 and under because both guys were older and they've been bowling all day. It's a lot of bowling. If you're not used to that, even just bowling one game, but you have got sit and wait and you've got all the different practices and all the different things unraveling as we get through here. So. And let's see, Bill posts 170 with his handicaps 183. So 183 collects him 5,000, like we mentioned. So we've got Tyrone collects 6,000, and here it is. Ed Duffick is going to make the announcements. Andrew is going to collect the crystal trophy. All right. And here's where it gets fun, folks. Hold on. I'm going to turn the microphone so you can hear Ed.
Andrew and I are about to play Let's Make a Deal because someone told me that Andrew got the progressive pot. So right now, what's going to happen is Andrew's going to step up on lane 40. I'm going to give Andrew the opportunity to throw up to 3 balls if he makes that choice. And Andrew can win an additional $45,600.
You heard that, folks. That is correct. If he gets to the third strike, but again, like Ed said, this is let's make a deal.
it is.
I will give you an opportunity to take home $11,400 on top of your prize.
So this strike, Schlem, according to Mr. Ed, $11,400. Is that correct? That
is correct.
That
yes,
is correct.
So the progressive pot is over 62,000.
Yep.
So Jamie had the calculations. This is $11,400 on this shot right here.
I tell you what, you 11,400. You're going to have one foot in the frying pan and the other in the pressure cooker. Let's see how he does.
Uh-oh. Does he have the room? Oh.
Oh, my goodness. What a great shot for $11,000.
I'll tell you what. I mean, he knew he had a little bit of room in that right lane. And, it was a bad shot. It was just the messenger in front of it. And there he is, Andrew Halverson, your 2022 TAT Summer Classic champion. You look at him. He can breathe now. He's like, okay, don't drop the trophy. He's talking to himself. Heck of a run there.
What a great tournament, Schlem. Just not much to say. Record-setting attendance here at the Summer TAT.
That is correct. The entry, I believe Jamie we get the 965 or 68 entries, over 4,000 with the re-entries, and a total, now including that extra 5,000. Yeah, it was already at 330,000. So you throw an extra 5 in there, so 338,000. Give it out this week at the TAT.
So Ed's saying that. Mark your calendars, folks. Next winter's event, the Progressive, will be just shy of $100,000.
Absolutely. Well, and that's the whole thing. Like Jamie was talking. So the August one, the Scratch Classic, is going to have its own Progressive.
Yep.
This is going to carry to the February one. The 62,000+ is based on what's been accumulated, and that's not to include the number of entries and the people coming into that event, which that's always a bigger one. Excuse me. And so there was going to be over 1,000 entries with re-entries. So, so it'll be approaching $100,000 on that Progressive. Holy cow!
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for us, folks, here from the Orleans Hotel Casino Bowling Palace. Once again,
Actually, you know what's going to happen?
What are we doing? Yep.
Are we going to bring him to the booth or no?
We bring it,
You want to?
we're wrapping. Okay, we're wrapping.
Yeah, you want to bring
Let's
him to
get
the booth?
Andrew in. Yeah,
All right.
you can.
No, I'm going to let you host it because I'm joking up here.
Okay.
I need to get some drink. So yeah, get Andrew in the booth here.
All right.
Matt. He's going to take control. Come on in here, kid. Don't drop that trophy. You're gonna slide in here. You're taking Roto Schlem's headset. Great, get you right in here. Let's go. You're live on Facebook.
I am?
Yes, sir. Millions and millions of fans.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a little close to my mouth.
Andrew Halverson,
Hi.
$25,000. Pretty good for a young man like yourself. Congratulations. What? Just tell us about what was going on there. I noticed you're rocking a Storm jersey.
Oh, yeah.
What were you throwing out there today?
Storm Pitch Black.
Well, wonderful. I'm so glad you're supporting Storm. But, man, I tell you what an amazing performance by a young man
Thank you.
to come out and see you bowl that well. What was the hardest part about it?
In that match, it was just a matter of keeping the ball in front of me, but I think the hardest part of all this was the match before against my brother. It took a lot of strikes to win that match. I think I beat him 231 to 228, and I think that was the hardest part. I'm pretty sure I broke down crying because I knew it was going to be between me and him or Brian, and if I bowl anyone, I wanted to be my brother, Josh Rondino.
Yeah, certainly. And, going through that match, you started out strong. You had a couple 9 spares in there, and then you finished it out 10th frame. What were you telling yourself? What was going through your mind?
To be honest, after I saw him stone that 8, I just froze, and I was like, oh, so we're doing that today. But really, the match, the entire thing, I left a few 10 pins, just had to work it out because I knew on the fresh I had to look with the urethane, and I wanted to just keep the ball in front of me and get it to roll off the gutter when I missed strike because I knew I had to shim. But going into the 10th frame, I just told myself, just hit the 1-2 and rip the cover stock off it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't overreacting the whole time. I just needed to get it off my hand, throw it off my middle finger, and then it was pretty good from there.
Yeah, well, that's certainly the mindset of a champion. $25,000, what's the first thing you're going to do?
Well, I agreed to take Faith Roper on a sushi date.
All right.
So I'm pretty sure we're going to do that when we get home. But not exactly sure. It hasn't crossed my mind. After the first game, I drew Justin Bone and some really good bowlers, and I started off with a pocket 410. I'm like, man, that's how today's going to go. But didn't even think I'd get here. It still hasn't registered in my head.
Well, congratulations again.
Thank
Great
you.
bowling.
Thank
What
you.
a great future you have in front of you, and thank you so much for representing Storm Products here in the finals, and best of luck to you in your future career.
Thank you.
And Faith, look forward. You're getting you're getting one heck of a sushi dinner tonight.
Probably, yeah.
All right.
No, I get home tomorrow night, but yeah, it still hasn't registered.
All right. Well, we wish you nothing but the best going forward, and thanks so much again. Congratulations, and they're going to go give you a nice check and trophy, and just enjoy it. You deserve it.
Where do I put this?
Right there is fine. All right, everybody. Well, congratulations again to all our finalists here at the Summer 2022 TAT True Amateur Classic. It's just been a wonderful event. Thank you so much for tuning in, and everybody out there. Thank you so much for all your support. Let's make this winter event another great event. Matt McNeil, Chris Schlemmer, Blair, Kendall Miles, Daryl, and the Orleans Casino staff, thank you so much. Jamie McWilliams and his tournament staff, congratulations on another record-setting event. And that's all we got. It's a wrap here from the Orleans in Las Vegas. We'll see you next time.